Now that Hillary Clinton is in, will it be the economy that does her in? Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto, and it's the economy, stupid. The line that won Bill Clinton the White House just might doom his wife from doing the same. Charlie Gasparito's hearing that it's Team Hillary's biggest fear, that this recovery just stops and her chance of becoming president stops right along with it. Also here, Ben Stein, Charles Payne, Dagan McDowell, Adam Lashinsky. All right, so Gaspar, tell me what their biggest regret is or concern. This economy?
This is from Wall Street Democrats I speak to, and as you know, President.
So the three of them you gathered in a room.
What did they tell you? I was going to say wanna be
in a limo.
Exactly.
At
the ones who will still
San
talk
Pietro
to you
and Hunter's Fish Club between martinis. But wannabe President Clinton is not worried so much about emails and Benghazi. What she is worried about is that this Obama economy, which never really got up off the ground despite the headline numbers, is starting to show major weaknesses on those underlying numbers. You look at manufacturing, you look at some of the sort of granular stuff, including the fact that the U6 unemployment number, that larger sort of picture of unemployment, is still about 11%.
Well, thank you for mentioning the U6 thing, because otherwise we would have lost that audience. Charles Payne, what do you make of that, what he's saying?
I think she'll run on Bill Clinton's economy, not Obama's economy, but I think obviously it's going to be about victimization, gender, politics of envy. I don't think she's a people person, and I don't think she's a good salesperson, but that's low-hanging fruit for her. Also, Warren is pulling her so much to the left. I think she has no choice but to go at it this way.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
Dagan, what do you think?
Dan Henninger had a great column in the Wall Street Journal that said that the entire party has gone extremely left to the progressive side, and the centrist Clintonian way talk about the economy is not going to win over Democratic voters. The biggest issue in the economy, even with the job recovery, is the fact there has been no wage growth, that wage growth is barely keeping up with inflation. The Clinton tack in this election will be to blame the big companies for not paying their employees more. They will go after big business. They will go after CEOs. Will it work? I say nay.
Well, those wedge issues, whatever you want to call them, Ben Stein, have worked in the past for the Democrats. What about now?
Well, first of all, I disagree respectfully with my good friend, Mr. Gasparino. This economy is very strong. That number about people who become discouraged and left the labor force is a very, very slippery number. Has a lot to do with the personalities of people leaving the labor force, much more so than demand for labor. There's a great shortage of labor at this point in many industries.
Particularly picking berries out in California. There's a big finish?
Can I just finish for a second? But as to your point, thank you, sir. But as to your point, my very, very smart friend, Mr. Payne, you're exactly right. Wedge issues, envy. The Democratic Party is now the party of envy about everything. Envy of men, envy of white people, envy of well-to-do people. Doesn't matter that the Democrats are getting most of the money from rich people. Almost all large contributions, very large contributions, not all, but almost all come from Democrats. The Democrats will hammer away at the Republicans as a party of privilege anyway.
All right, well, Adam Lashinsky, as our resident lefty here, to the left of Solzhenitsyn, here's where I need your help.
To the left of Payne.
Surely,
go ahead.
Surely Democrats realize going too far left, it's going to be like a McGovern-like move, and they're going to all go down in flames. Surely they realize that, don't they?
Well, if they were smart, I think they would. I tease people for saying.
So you're saying the liberals are dumb?
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. No, go ahead.
What I'm saying is I agree with the first part of what Ben said, and this is how the Democrats, whoever the nominee is, should run. In fact, the economy is strong, and most of the electorate will be able to answer the question, are you better off than you were 8 years ago? They'll be able to say
here's
yes.
the problem.
And so I want to make one more point, Charlie.
Let him finish.
Charlie, to your point, you're reflecting.
You know who David Rubenstein
good investors do. Good investors say. Hold on, I'm not done. Good investors say, Charlie. What are the risks?
And then let me talk. I mean, I listen to a lot of BS
the risks
here.
are that the economy goes into some kind of tailspin. If it doesn't, they're going to be able to say things are going pretty well. Vote for us.
Let me make this one point. You could put about 10 economists like Ben Stein in a room, and they will give you 10 different answers. I will tell you.
Yeah, but not too many of them are also lalayers and established actors and American icons.
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
Especially that last point. But
to infinity.
So you put them all in a room. They give you 10 different answers. Two things to point out. The people that I'm talking to are people like David Rubenstein, who run the Carlyle Group. They kind of know about business creation from a different level than some economists looking at it 30,000 feet and saying, hey, you know, the unemployment level is at 5.5%. Those are the type of people that I'm talking to. As a matter of fact, I did speak with David Rubenstein about this specifically.
Well,
the second part is this. If the economy is so great, okay, as Ben says it is, and as Adam says it is, why are people feeling so
because their wages aren't growing.
Wait a minute.
Their wages are not keeping up with inflation.
We just beeped him. So, but Charles Payne, let me ask this here. To the point, let's say you say it is the recovery that's going to, that's tripping up a little bit here. Well, you could make the argument that this has been such a tepid recovery compared to others that it could go on long enough to help the Democrat get elected.
Which is my point.
If you
really?
use,
I thought that was my point.
Using the raw numbers like Ben and Adam are using, you could argue that the economy is better. Obviously, listen, we were in a tailspin when the president came in. However, Dagan is right and Charlie's right to the sense that forget about the people in the
Now you're playing Switzerland.
No, but forget about the people in the ivory towers, though. What about the average person out there? They feel like this economy is bad. I don't care what you tell them.
Are you saying Ben Stein's in an ivory tower?
No, I'm saying that the guys that Charlie talks to in the ivory tower.
Okay.
But I'm saying,
wait, they're saying just the opposite.
But Dagan's right.
Charlie
It's
talks
all about
to David Rubenstein.
Charlie Rubin, but doesn't that think about it?
Pipe down.
It's a wageless recovery. A wageless recovery, people. They can only prosperity they've had is backward prosperity.
So
Occasionally cheap
All right, Dagan, I want to bring Dagan in.
Retail sales were down 4 months in a row. They finally just ticked up, right? Why? This is as gas prices were collapsing because people are not confident enough to go out and spend the savings.
And here's the one problem that Hillary has from a technical standpoint. If the economy does turn down just a little bit, how is she going to say you're better off today? And how is she going to make the class warfare argument where people like Ben Stein and you have been doing very well in the stock market, while most average Americans, according to every poll,
I'm all
think
in,
they're doing worse.
platinum. You have no idea. All right, Ben Stein, explain a little bit. You were saying at the outset, disagreeing with Dr. Gasparino here, that the economy is doing a lot better than he's saying.
The economy
what are you looking
doing
at?
Incredibly better.
I mean, we have 1 or 2% growth this quarter. 1 or 2%.
But sir, with all due respect, compared with when Mr. Obama took office, we're in a wild gusher of prosperity.
Fair enough.
Compared with what it was like when
you wrote the article.
We're in a wild gusher of prosperity. And Dagan, with the greatest possible respect, retail sales are down in part because gasoline is a component of retail sales. And gasoline prices have gone way down. Gasoline revenue has gone way down. This is a very prosperous country now.
I talk to businessmen
all the time. Their main problem is shortage of workers.
It's not just
California.
It's not just gasoline sales that have been hurting spending, Ben. And by the way, to correct myself, retail sales only up for the first time in 4 months.
I just want to make this one thing, one point. We're doing better than we were in 1935. I bet you.
I think you're a hater.
Yes, I think we're doing a lot better.
My point is, what is Hillary Clinton going to run on then? Hey, the economy was going to craptown back in 2008. Hey, it's better than that now.
We're just a little better now.
Well, I'm just telling you that all you need is a point of comparison. That's where Ben Stein was right. If you look, the ads are going to be, where were you 8 years ago, where are you now?
But
no, you agree or disagree? All right, you might be right.
Well, here's the thing. Personal incomes are going up, but spending is going down and savings are going up. Main Street is worried about something, and I don't know that a politician can convince them otherwise.